Assalamu alaikum everybody, this is your brother Sam and a very warm welcome back to the Sam of Somalia channel. In this video I just want to talk a little bit about something that you might have heard of if you've learnt languages before, especially if you've done languages at school or college or university or whatever, and that's the concept of false friends. A false friend, when we're talking in language, it doesn't mean a false friend as in someone you thought was your friend and then they betrayed you or something. A false friend in a language is something that you think means something that, you think it means something, but then it doesn't, right? So an example is in the Spanish language, there's this word sensible. The word sensible, and guess what it means in English? Not sensible, unfortunately. It means sensitive, right? So you have a word that you think would mean something in your language, but it doesn't, right? So in this video I want to talk a little bit about ones that there are in Somali, which are false friends for English speakers, and then ones that there are in Somali, which are for Arabic speakers. Some of them are ones that I've kind of picked up, some of the ones that people have said to me that it's like a false friend, but I'll leave it up to you guys. If you know of any false friends, obviously put them in the comments as well, and we'll have a look over them and see if that really is a false friend in the Somali language. So the first one that I want to point out, and there are tons, is the first one is the word salid. The word salid doesn't mean salad, unfortunately, in Somali. It means oil. That's pretty inconvenient, right? Especially as it's a food as well. You see salid on a menu or something, and you think that it's probably salad, but it's not. It's oil, unfortunately. Another one is one that I picked up when I was studying Somali at university, and this is the word adiga. Adiga means you, but it sounds a bit like a digger. So it doesn't mean a digger, it means you, okay? A digger. You guys know what a digger is. I don't need to explain what a digger is, right? Okay, so good. Another one is the Somali word for rain, which is rob. We have a really common name here in the UK. I don't think I've ever met any Americans or Canadians called Rob, but but Rob is a really common name here in the UK. In fact, I had a really good friend when I was at college called Rob. Big shout out to Rob if you're watching this. But rob means rain in Somali though. Roble can be a name in Somali, but just rob on its own, I don't think it's a name in Somali. It's just a verb which means to rain. The next one is the Somali word bus. Anyone who looks at this would think that this means a bus, because one, it's spelt the same. You kind of have different levels of false friends in language, obviously. You have ones that, like adiga, sounds like a digger, but it's written completely differently, right? So if you were to see it written, it wouldn't be a false friend. It's only a false friend in the way that it's spoken. But this one, bus, it doesn't mean bus, unfortunately. It means dust. So not even close, not even remotely close, but it is exactly the same way that it's spelt in English. So it is, it is like in every sense, it is a false friend. Next in Somali, we have the word si as well. This isn't spelt like the way that it is in English. In English, we actually have three different kinds of si. We have the letter C in our alphabet. We have the si as in the ocean, and then we have si as in the verb to see something. But in Somali, si, thankfully, isn't written in any of those ways. Si means to give something to someone. If you say isi, it means give it to me. It's almost identical in meaning to dib. If you say idib or udib, give it to him or give it to me. Idib or udib. But si is that is a false friend really for English speakers. This last one is probably one that I should have mentioned last World Cup if I was on YouTube by then, because our football player Wayne Rooney would have been playing in that World Cup, but obviously he's not anymore, too old now. But the word wayn in Somali does not mean Wayne, does not mean the name Wayne, like Wayne Rooney. Wayn means big. Big or great. You might have heard the term Somalia wayn, like greater Somalia. So that is a false friend, right? It's a false friend, but it's a name rather than like a, so it's a false friend for a proper noun, So, the same as like Rob was, like Rob only has a meaning in English as a name, and that's just like Wayne. I'm sure there are tons more, and I really want you guys to share some more with me, so put them in the comments if you can think of anything in Somali, which is a false friend for native English speakers, but, I'll leave that up to you guys. But the next thing I want to do is go into some ones for Arabic. This is one of the first ones that I picked up, obviously because I'm a major in the Arabic language, and then I also did a module in Somali in my final year. So I already had like a pretty good base of Arabic when I first started studying Somali. And when I came across the word hilib in Somali, obviously this is like in the arena of food and drink. Hilib means meat, hilib. But it looks a little bit like the term halib in Arabic. Obviously halib doesn't mean meat, it means milk. But the two, whilst they are in the same arena of food and drink, I think that is definitely still a false friend. It's pronounced differently. It's not hilib in Somali, it's hilib. There's no ha at the beginning. It's not spelled with an X. It's spelled hilib. But it's still close enough to be a false friend, I think. The next one is kind of a half false friend. A good friend of mine called Chris, who I studied Somali with at uni, he mentioned to me when I mentioned this word in Arabic, he said that it sounded a bit like the one in Somali. But so this is a little bit like a false friend for those of you guys who speak Arabic. So in Somali, the word for a woman is a nag. Nag, spelled with 2 A's, nag. And I was talking about how in Arabic, in the Arabic language, there are tons of words for camel, like there are in Somali as well. But, you know, in camel you have, you know, ibl, ba'ir, jamal, safinat al-sahra. You know, there's literally hundreds. There's literally hundreds. In fact, there's quite a famous book called Kitab al-Ibl, like the book of the camel, and it has all these different words for the camel in it. And as well, I have a video on my YouTube channel, you can look for it, inshallah, that talks about, like, I think I mentioned about 10 different words for camel in Somali in that video. Yeah, so both cultures have tons of them, right? But what I'm talking about here is there's the word nag in Somali, which means a woman, but a woman camel in Arabic is a naqa. You know, so these sound kind of similar. I don't know if they're quite close enough to be a false friend. You know, a false friend really does need to sound the same or be written the same to be a false friend, really. But it's pretty close, Chris. It's pretty close. Nag and naqa. Naqa just meaning a woman camel, a female camel, or a she camel, I think is actually the correct term. That's everything for this video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, don't forget to let me know by liking and sharing the video, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. If there's any video suggestions or anything you'd like me to cover, don't forget to email me, samofsomalia@gmail.com. And I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.